That's a criminal act. That is a criminal act. Let's just put this in context. It's not just like you have boutique, weird right-wing views and that's how they want you to feel. Like, oh, you're an extremist. Really? I'm an extremist? I'm the one who let 7 million people into our country illegally, whose names we don't know? In the middle of a drug war? Yeah. I'm the one who's ignored over 100,000 fentanyl deaths every year for the past 5 years. I hate the show of hands thing, but ask yourself, do you know somebody who's died of an opioid OD in the last 5 years? And everybody in the stadium does. And yet, if you watch the news or listen to the repulsive imposters who run our country, it's never mentioned. Really. Over 100,000 American-born young people dead every year, and some of them are not drug addicts. It's not just like you remember as a kid, there's some junkie found in an alley with a hypodermic needle in the crook of his arm. And you're like, well, that's sad, but also, you're a junkie. No. These are 15-year-olds who buy a Percocet on Instagram and are poisoned because China is exporting the precursor chemicals for fentanyl into Mexico, where it was shipped here directly by the drug cartels and put into pills that are not advertised as fentanyl. It's called poisoning. Poisoning the U.S. population and not of the elderly. This is not COVID. These are the people who will continue our civilization. This is our future. These are young people. I mean, I know though, and I live in a pretty weird world. I mean, I've lived in rich person world I don't anymore, but I did. And there are people in my neighborhood whose kids died that way, who were poisoned to death. And nobody said anything about it. Multiply that times over 100,000 every year. Think that's a core concern? You think? If 100,000 people were dying on playground equipment every year, we'd have no more playgrounds. I don't even get into the COVID thing. I know many people died of COVID. I never met one. I know a lot of people who got sick from the vaccine, but whatever. That's not allowed. Shut up. Okay. But the point is, huge things can happen. Huge things can happen right in front of you, right out in the open. It's not some crazy conspiracy that you have to get onto the dark web to learn more about it. It's your neighbor's boy just died. He's in 9th grade. He bought a Percocet and they found him dead when they woke him up for school. And nobody cares. And we know how it's happening. We're not guessing. And nobody cares. Oh, it's more complicated than that. No, it's not complicated. And what's not complicated is they are destroying the country, whether it's on purpose or not, is immaterial. It does not matter. They are doing it. And everyone passively sits back as if it's not happening. And if you continue to passively sit back as if it's not happening, what's going to happen? Will it decelerate or accelerate? Yeah, those of you who have served in prison know. First they cut in front of you in line, okay? It doesn't get better from there. Then they sell you for a pack of cigarettes. You gotta say, stop. You cannot treat me this way. This is not your country, it's mine. Period.